What's up, YouTube? Y'all doing good? You good? You good? I'm good. You good? Okay, good. Alright, so today I'm sharing my recipe with y'all for some good old down south in your kitchen, slap your mama, don't do it, collard greens. Now, I know it's a lot of different ways you can do collard greens. You know, you might do yours a lot different when I do them. I'm just telling you, this is the way I do mine. You do yours the way you want to do them. So it takes a little bit for you to cook them, depending on what type of texture that you like to use. And then there's a little bit of work involved at the beginning of it. But I promise you, once you stick that fork into those greens, you pick it up and you go. It's gonna be all worth it. So let's go ahead, let's get right on into this. Okay, so the first thing you do is you want to prepare your bunch of greens. Now for this recipe, you need one big bunch of greens. Now the ones that I had, they came 2 bunches in one for, I believe they were like $2.99. So basically what you want to do is what I like to start off by just like washing the outside of the greens, and then I like to start peeling off the greens one leaf at a time. After you've peeled off each leaf, you want to run it under some cold water and wash both sides of it really generously. Now, if you don't want to go through all this trouble, of course you can just use a bag of greens, which for one bunch of fresh greens, it will yield you about the same amount that you get in one of those bags of greens. So if you want to use that, go ahead and use that as well. But I don't care if on the package it does say that it's already clean, wash it again. Wash each leaf really carefully, go over it really good with some cold water, and then I like to just like place it on a baking sheet while I'm washing the other ones. Once you get all your leaves washed, you want to start removing the greens from the stem. Now, a lot of people, they like to cut the stem into theirs, but I don't like that, so I'd like to take my leaves off the stem. It's a little too hard for me, and plus it takes a little bit longer to cook the greens. So there's a few different ways you can do this. You can do what I'm doing here, which is just take like your middle finger and your thumb and put your index finger down the middle of the stem and just kind of like slide it down and remove the leaf. Or another method that you can use is just fold one side of the leaf over to the other side and then kind of just run your hand down the middle. Or if you don't feel comfortable with that, just take a knife and just cut down the side of the stem and just remove the leaf that way. After that's done, you want to paste about 3 or 4 leaves on top of each other and then roll them really tightly together, and then you want to start cutting them up with your knife. Oh, y'all check out my knife skills. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? When you get your collard greens cut up, what I like to do is just place them in a strainer while you're preparing the rest of the greens. Now once you get all of your greens cut up, you want to wash them once again with some really cold water, and just make sure you get the water all in between the leaves. You want to make sure that these greens are really, really clean. Now the hard part is done. Now let's get started on actually making the greens. Now in your pan, you want to put about a tablespoon of oil or butter into the pan, and you want to saute your garlic. I know a lot of people, they like to put onions in their greens. Now I personally don't like to do that, but if you want to, you can absolutely do that, but add a little bit more butter to your pan. Saute that for about a minute on medium heat. Don't let it burn because garlic is really easy to burn. Once your 1 minute is up, now you want to add in your chicken broth. I know a lot of people, they like to put in just plain water. Now if you want to do that, you can, but I strongly suggest that you use chicken broth, or you can use vegetable broth if you want to, or just use plain water and add in some chicken broth. I mean some chicken bouillon cubes. But make sure you just add a little something with flavor. I know some people, they even do it with beef broth. Now this is where that down south comes from. Now I have some good old ham hocks. Now if you don't want to use ham hocks, you can use smoked turkey wings, you know, turkey legs, you know, smoked whatever. You need any kind of smoked meat, or you can use bacon, or just use whatever you want to, just make it your own. But I'm using ham hocks today. So bring your chicken broth and your garlic up to a light simmer, and then you want to add in your ham hocks and let that simmer for about a good 5 minutes, just so the ham hocks can release a little bit of flavor. After about 4 or 5 minutes, now you want to add in your greens. Now I know it's going to look like the greens are not going to fit, but just keep packing them down and they will fit, and put a lid over them and let them cook for about 15 minutes. Now see, this is only after 15 minutes. The greens have cooked down quite a bit. Now at this point, what I want to do is add in some vinegar and some sugar. What this is going to do is help break up some of that bitterness that collard greens have. And then you want to return your lid and cook it for another 15 minutes. I like to do it in 15-minute intervals. So every 15 minutes, you want to take the lid off and give it a good stir. And just continue that process until they cook completely. I like my greens really tender, so The amount of time that you cook them is gonna depend on how you like yours. I like mine really good and tender and melt in your mouth good. So I cook mine for about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, somewhere around in there. So you'll know what you like your greens to be like once you taste them. Now, once your greens are done, you want to add in some salt to season to your own taste. And then you are done, my friend. That is it. Look at that, y'all. Look at that really good. Look at that goodness, y'all. Where's the cornbread? Where's the cornbread? All right, y'all, that's it for this video. So remember, like I said, the texture of your greens is going to determine how long you need to cook them. Like I said, I like mine really tender, so I'll cook mine for over an hour. But if you like yours more greensy, more crunchy, you know, you cook them less time. So it's going to depend all on you. So I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you want the recipe, please visit my blog. I have the direct link down below. So all you have to do is click it and it'll take you straight to the recipe. Give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and please subscribe if you haven't done it already. And also check out my second channel here on YouTube. I have the link down in the description for that. And so, yeah, thank you for watching this video. Merry Christmas. This video should have been up like almost a week ago, but that's all right. I know it's been a month since I posted my last video. I said I was going to try not to do that anymore. I'm talking real fast again because I'm getting defensive. But, somebody just needs to like bop me upside my head and say, hey, get it together. But anyway, I'm going to try to do better with these videos. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe again, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.